Celeb Secrets is hanging out with Ty Myers. What's going on? How are you?
I'm amazing. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. This is an exciting week coming up for you because your sophomore album's coming out. So you need to tell me, how are you feeling? What are the emotions like leading up to it?
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, the way this works, you got to tease songs for forever now. And I feel like I've been holding on to it for forever, and I just want everybody to hear it. So I'm excited.
No, totally, totally. But I want to get down to like the real question here. The title, Heavy on the Soul.
Yeah.
Why did you name it Heavy on the Soul? And how does this capture the mood or the story that you're trying to tell with
Yeah.
this project?
For two reasons. For me, I really wanted to take a soul and Motown route for this record.
Yeah.
In my brain and, the way my mind works it out is it kind of encapsulates my mom's car growing up because my dad played the traditional country and my mom loved that music and we always listened to that, and that was my first love for music, was that old traditional country sound. But when I was in my mom's car, she was playing Sam Cooke and Otis Redding and the Temptations, and that was my first time that I was like, wow, there's so much more out there.
Uh-huh.
And now I listen to everything, but I don't know if I'd necessarily listen to everything if it wasn't for that
Yeah.
kind of experience. So Heavy on the Soul for that reason. The other reason is I kind of noticed in the latter stages of writing the Select that my best songs and the songs that really that connect and really draw emotion a lot of the times are the songs that just come out. And the way I mean that is not like let's sit here and think about something I can write.
Mhm.
It's more of a feeling of like I have it inside of me and it just comes out of me. It's just like I can't help but write it down and make it a song kind of
Yeah.
feeling. I wrote pretty much just like that for the last bit of the Select, but this whole album felt like that to me, and that was kind of where that came from.
Okay, I love that. I love it. Now, you wrote 11 out of these 17 songs totally by yourself, which I feel like it's kind of rare for people, not only in the business, but for your age, since you are so young. So
Yeah.
tell me more about that, the writing and recording process for you with these songs that you did solely by yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, there's something for me about solo writing that is just untouchable anywhere else. Like the connection that you get to the song is unlike anything that you'll get writing with 6 other writers. A lot of the times you're sitting down and you're thinking, well, what can we write today? Which again, like I told you, is like there's something different about that, and there's something to be said about that. And there's a lot of great songs that have come of that. But the emotion and the connection to being one person, it's one person's feelings in a song. For me, it just connects with me more, obviously, as the writer, and I feel like it connects with other people more because it's a experience that most of the time is shared because we're all human. We all have similar emotions.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are saying, and even I've said it too, you are so beyond your years. Do you feel kind of pressure with that? Because you are just so crazy talented and so young.
Well, I've never tried to be, but
Okay.
from a young age, my mom has really said that all the time, like for real, like since I was like 5, she's sworn I've lived another life, which maybe from a young age I wanted to be an adult and I wanted to be viewed as mature and respected by people older than me. That was kind of always something that I was conscious of a lot of the time. I quit school my sophomore year of high school and started doing music full time.
Mhm.
And had grown men on my payroll that if I don't, perform, then their livelihood goes down. It's the type of stuff that I was dealing with at 15, and so it makes you kind of wake up a little. But I've always asked for that, and I enjoyed that process because it meant that I was growing up and I was excited to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you stay grounded though and still be that 18-year-old that, wants to experience life?
For me, hunting and fishing, that resets my brain.
Okay.
If I just want to go back to zero. Also, my buddies back home that I grew up with, my old friends that are my age,
Uh-huh.
I'll go back home, and they keep me they keep me here,
You
right?
locked in. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they get mad at me because they'll be talking trash to me or whatever, and I'll smile. It'll bring me joy because nobody does that, in my everyday life.
Yeah.
And they'll like they're like, dude, man, You really ruined this for us. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Oh my gosh. I want to talk about Morning Comes. It really tells a raw story about an after hours romance where emotions don't
Yeah.
quite line up, right? So, was there a moment or experience that kind of inspired that one?
No, I actually not. It was I kind of had crafted this kind of love story, and in my mind it was kind of like this city, New York, big city love kind of thing. It's funny, I had just decided, I was like, I'd been kind of worn out with these Nashville group writing sessions that I was getting thrown into, and
Yeah.
I was like, I really want to focus on solo writing. And then right about that time, Scooter reached out and was like, "Hey man, I would love to write with you, just one on one. I want to write with you." And I was like, "Man, oh God, like I want to write too. I do want to write with you, but I don't want to have to go to Nashville for make a whole week out of it and have to block off touring and
Yeah.
stuff."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh no, don't even worry about it. I'll come to Austin if you want."
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh my, all right, well, twist my arm, And so we sat down, and it's ended up being one of my favorite songs I've ever written in my life. I had written the first line of it. It's actually the first line of the whole album because it's the first track,
Uh-huh.
and it's she still loved the state of mind that love is just a bottom line of life. We looked at each other and we were like, okay, we got to chase that. I mean, we have to chase that down. And lyrically, that song is just, it's superior to me, and it just connects with me on a deeper level. There's just the way they're crafted and kind of interwoven is just really perfect to me.
Yeah. Do you feel like that line still hits you the hardest when you perform it live?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, God, it's hard. Every line to me, it's one of those. It's just like every line, and that's how it felt when we were writing it. It's like we were trying to outdo the last line
Hmm.
with the next one, and that's an amazing feeling to have while you're writing.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to talk about Message to You though, because it touches on that
Yeah,
reality of loving someone while living life on the road. And I feel like you could definitely relate to that. And I could definitely relate to that when I'm traveling. As your
yeah,
career gets bigger, how do you navigate that push and pull between chasing the dream and maintaining relationships?
absolutely. I mean, I think the key is to find somebody that is understanding of it, kind of has the understanding of what it is, and that it's all about the music. We are making music, and that is my all-time dream, and it's the like acceptance of that I think is the most important, and love for that as well, and they have to kind of understand the love that I have for it. It's a difficult thing, especially when I'm young, we're young, like everybody's, it's a hard thing to navigate at a young age. And yeah, it's a confusing thing, but it makes great songs.
Yeah, it totally does. I feel like our lives are the perfect storylines for songs, movies,
Exactly, yeah,
shows. Like
exactly.
you never know what's going to happen in a normal day to day for me, and I can imagine for you
Exactly,
as well.
exactly.
I think when I first saw you live, I was obviously really impressed by your live show, but really, really what I liked is how guitar driven you are, and just you're out there just strumming your guitar and absolutely engaging the crowd and really captivating the crowd. And I feel like
Yeah,
playing guitar has been such a huge part of your identity as an artist. Was
absolutely.
there, yeah, right? Like, was there a moment during making this album where you discovered a new sound or style on the guitar that excited you?
Oh, absolutely. I was listening to a lot of Southern rock, kind of the blues influence, with that. Obviously, blues was how I started in guitar, and
Yeah.
it's kind of always my foundation, And so, but I was really learning, especially tonally, with that Southern rock overdrive distortion thing. I was definitely experimenting with all of that stuff, and kind of trying to do that blues influence,
Mhm.
kind of meshing together. But yeah, a lot of Skinner, a lot of Eagles, that kind of stuff.
And lastly, we are Celeb Secrets. So is there maybe any like little secrets from making this project that we wouldn't know just by listening to it?
Ooh, yeah. It's funny that it was the first and only time this has ever happened to me with Message to You. Actually, I had woken up at like 3 a.m. I was in Barbados for my birthday, and I kind of, people say they had a dream to write a song or whatever, but it was more for me. It was like I just had a feeling I needed to write, you know, and I don't know, I didn't know what about, but I needed to write, and I picked up and I wrote Message to You at like 3 a.m. I was like dog tired, and my sister came back there and was like, she's like, what are you doing? Why are you playing the guitar right now at 3 a.m.? I was like, just go away, I'll play quieter.
Oh my gosh, wait, that's so cute. I love that. See, I never would have known when listening to that song.
Exactly, see?